Hi, I'm Kibo Hope and welcome to the channel. So today I'm going to review one of my standard gauntlet pick and ban games that I prepared for the last chance gauntlet. So at first I will choose 3 decks, which is Lux, then Shen, and finally Vi. So actually I have stopped playing this game for quite a few months when it introduces Targrun as a new region. And however, now I noticed that there's this event that allows us to participate in this standard gauntlet so that if we win 7 games in a row, we get the prime glory that allows us to participate in the seasonal tournament. Okay, so the game starts with a pick and ban phase. So for what I will be banning opponent, I most probably will ban on Gangplank because I'm not really familiar with it. However, I'm also scared at Anivia as well. But I do hope I get to play Fiora and Shen. And let's see. Alright, so our Fiora and Shen got banned. So I guess I will go for the Lux and Leona version since I'm more familiar with Demacia region. Hopefully they won't take Anivia since I'm kinda worried of the late game. For those who are new to it, maybe you can look at the bottom right, it will explain some Runeterra terms. Then for this game, we are facing Yasuo and Karma's deck. So Yasuo focuses on call or stun opponent, Karma will produce spell for it. It's the Ionia and Nexus deck. So for my hand, from what I know, I need to change the high cost card and unfortunately we get back the same card, which is Judgment. From what I know from the deck is that these decks specialize in Daybreak. Daybreak, which means that the first card that we play will gain extra bonus. But on my hand, I only got 1 unit. And another thing about this deck is that it involves Celestial cards, which from what I know is that in the late game you will be quite strong. And for Leona, I'm hoping to get the because every time when it's upgraded, every time it's Daybreak you play a card, then you will manage to stun an opponent. So I feel here I choose Celestial.
Bask in her radiant blessing.
Select the spell because I want to draw champion. Hopefully Leona at that time. And it also reduces the cost as 1 and got bonus on the stats too. So my opponent stun my
Here's our chance.
so that that unit can gain an extra 2 attack. And as you can see currently my hand kind of high cost unit, so I don't think I can use any unit, only spells. So I will use Return in Stars if not mistaken. Just hope that I can get Leona. And I got it.
Looking for a daring
So
escape.
Underestimate. I dare you.
currently based on the field my opponent has better advantage for it since it has
No way.
an attack if not mistaken.
Believe or burn.
Then since that I need to block with the unit with 5 power first. And just to mention, if I did mention anything wrong on the terms, then please really forgive me on it because it's really been some time. So at here I use Leona because I want to get the Daybreak ability to stun one of the units, their side with the highest, which is the strongest actually. And my opponent stun my Leona most probably.
Now who's got the sunlight light?
And you gain more and more units while their
I dare you.
units get stronger as well. kinda puts me in a great disadvantage, so I don't think I did attack in this turn. But from what I see from my hand is that I guess I will just gain mana on it, then maybe later use our Celestial card, Star Shipping,
Summon your own speed.
to heal our
The dragon
Nexus.
lives.
And for this, I guess I will just block
The
the
guilty
highest
will
attack on.
bend.
And
Try to leave a dent.
okay, I also block the second highest attack with Leona. Hopefully, I guess my mind that time is that because I have the card, the Celestial card, 5 mana cost, then it can help me to heal the card. Right, and oh yeah, at that time I also have this card, the Radiant Garden. Yeah, so Radiant Garden is that when an ally dies, then it gains 2 extra stats. Is it stats? I'm not sure, but it gains 2 extra ability. You can say so. So it has lifesteal and half. So my opponent summons a unit where, if I remember correctly, the unit stun the weakest unit at my field every turn. So from my view currently, I'm really at a quite disadvantaged turn. Quite disadvantaged situation currently. I think from here I will just pass, most probably. And my opponent, let's say if he gets Yasuo, then
Here's our chance.
it might be ends. And the unit gets +2/+2 attack again.
Clad in shining sunlight. To shine like the sun, you must burn like it.
Yes. So my Leona level up just in time. And my unit has 3/6. That's what I say the Daybreak unit is kinda strong if you get it early on. But now goes quite strong because it has high health. And from my hand, I got the Concerted Strike, which is the 5 cost on the left. If let's say Yasuo really come out, then I can use the Concerted Strike to strike on it with the leader unit, Radiant Garden, which has 4 power and 5 health, and Leona. So currently, if not mistaken, I'm thinking whether I want to heal my Leona. Either you use the Star Shipping, which is 5 mana. And I don't think I will be attacking.
Devotion through
Or
battle.
maybe with this with this unit, because it has additional boost, then even though it takes damage, then it's still okay. At least force them to take their unit have damage, or just try to decrease their life. The terms, maybe the specific naming is wrong, but it's the red color. The
We'll
knife.
bring peace to Ionia, whatever the
Okay,
cost.
so they summon Karma. So from what I know, Karma is that end of the turn it will produce an extra spell if not mistaken. So since I got my single combat, so I will just use it to target for Karma against my Radiant Garden, and at the same time I also can gain the lifesteal bonus. Our opponent has Yasuo,
I will follow this path until the end. Sleep.
so I will just Lux and our Solaris Shield Bearer, because at least with our Leona as well. I guess Leona is out as well because we have the barrier if we were to attack it. But at the same time, I might be thinking whether to keep it just for defense. But since Yasuo is there, I don't think. And let's say if they stun our unit, then we also cannot defend. So at this time, I guess it's better to all out
Unwavering strength.
to deal some damage or force them to call out some blockers to block it. Since I can protect my Leona with the barrier, unless they have the deny, if not mistaken, the name, the 4 mana. I guess it's deny, which can stop. Wait, cannot also. Sorry, my mistake. Since for the deny, it only can stop the fast, slow, or skill spell. It cannot stop the burst spell. Yeah, so I guess that's why I all out on that time. And our opponent stun both our units. And luckily we have barrier at that time, so it protects our Lux and Leona. If not, it should be game on the next turn. Okay, from what I see, opponents, if he managed to stun 2 of your units, then maybe he can win the game. But in the meantime, I have 10 mana. Right. So he's thinking. So it's now my turn. I guess I just stun one of the unit, which was supposedly Yone, I guess.
Warriors of the Raharak, our time is now!
We'll follow you to the edge of daybreak.
Okay, then after that, let's see what he do. Oh, alright, so he chose this spell, which recalls all other units, except for Yasuo. And because Yasuo, when he recalls, you can deal damage as well. So practically it really clears my whole board with its 5 attack, and all my units has 5 health and below. Alright, so it's kinda like a reset to our field, but because he still have a lot of hand advantage compared to me, so luckily I have Radiant Guardian. I still can summon her to get at least a lifesteal and a tough.
Justice will be served.
So it's not too bad, but it really resets the whole game for my side.
Skill and grace to tear your breath away.
So at the same time, luckily I have Remembrance who gain from this chaos, which lowers down the mana cooldown. And since I got this deer, I guess this deer, then after that I can allows me to attack first.
Spring does
I
not
forget the
pity
keyword
winter.
again, which means that it allows attack twice, basically. Oh yeah, scout, if
You
not
will be
mistaken.
scoured from this land.
It means that scout units can attack once before the normal attack phase. So due to it, I gain back some life points while I do not want to use Yasuo to block. And here comes Yone, who will stun both of my units and deal damage to it. But luckily my Radiant Guardian won't die to it first. But still I can't block with upcoming damage. So that's the thing about Radiant Guardian, can still survive at least against Yasuo when you got stunned. So I guess I can also summon another Radiant Guardian if I want.
Unyielding light.
But because I want to get the Daybreak effect, so I just summon our Solaris Shield Barrel that will let us +4, and he summons a spell to stun our unit, and Yasuo will come slashing again. But at least I got to block first, so I will just block Yone if not mistaken, or Yasuo. I guess it should be Yone, because at least
Not sway
I
me.
can deal some damage to Yone. Then I will just take Yasuo's hit. And till now I still got the star shaping with a celestial card, and normally celestial card, because this card allows us to get celestial card which can cost 7 or more, so and now it's a late game, so it will be easier for us to just summon the celestial units. Alright, so we have 2 Radiant Guardian which has considered lifesteal, which help us to gain back our health, and opponents also left with 2 health. So at least they must block.
The sun is shining.
And
We should too.
summon Lux. Based on our current 7 mana, at least we still can use 2 of our spells with the star shaping, the 5 mana, and slow spells.
I have found you, Leona.
Oh, but Yone come out
back
again
while
and
you
stun
can.
both of our units. So this time one of our Radiant Guardians will die. But even though I heal it, using the Radiant Guardian will let it survive, and I can invoke 1 Celestial card. Then, since the 5 mana, maybe I can let Lux do. Because Lux skill is like when you cast 6+ mana spell, then after that you can level up and gain final spark with the spell. So we have 3 cards, then I can use the 10 mana, or I can go with the Monster the Great Beyond. But since the middle card is not really useful for now, so I might choose the left one or the right one. The left one I can fill my hands with all fleeting celestial cards, and oh, and this, and although I say the middle one is kind of worse, but as for some sort of reason I accidentally click on it, so tough luck.
A beacon in battle.
So as usual, Lux will go first,
Dishonorable.
and opponent will block with the yeah, I regret taking that
For
card.
a leap of faith.
If I took the 10+ mana card, at least I got a hand of full of celestial cards at that turn, but now this card, it won't be really useful except for 2 of our opponent's unit. We have 3
Brother,
power.
what have you become?
And here comes
If I
Yone
told
again,
you, would you
with
listen?
stunning all my units every turn almost, and our Radiant Guardian will die to it. But since we have our Concerted Strike, I will let our Radiant Guardian to deal damage to Yasuo with our Lux. Team up together. And at the same time, Lux might gain the skill and the cast, and she will see us cast more than 4 mana. 5 mana, sorry. So opponent stun our. So Yasuo got to attack first, then causing our Lux not enough damage to deal to Yasuo.
Pushing my
But
limits.
it does start to level up because on the last turn we did cast spell when she's around. So now we have our final spark. And opponent really has a very strong field, which might be able to end us, but luckily because we have our final spark at the time and they have a low health unit, and it's also coincidentally our opponent has left health and we managed to end it. Let's say if you don't have the final spark, it will be end for us.
Do we win?
So I guess that's all for this match, and thanks for watching.